Hey everybody, this is Nicole here, Grand Coco. Welcome to my channel, Grand Coco Lives. Grand Coco is, I'm a grandma. That's what my grandson calls me. I am new to the YouTube world, trying to chronicle my journey along keto. I am already a few years in, so with a pause in between. So I'm just trying to get to know you, have you get to know me, and then we can go from there. The chronicles of my keto journey are going to be on the YouTube, and I also have a blog, Grand Coco Lives. So it's there for my family and my kids to read, and friends, and just something that they can look back at. So the YouTube thing is weird. I am not afraid to talk to people. It's just that it's a weird thing. I don't know. But right now I'm sitting at work. I work night shift. I do sleep studies at night. I'm waiting. I have 3 patients tonight. I got here a little early, was set up early, so I figured I'd do my introduction, get to tell you who I am and all of that stuff, and then I can go from there. So I have, I don't know, a few minutes, probably 15, 20 minutes before they show. So again, I'm Nicole, live in Texas, married for 26 years, 26 years, to my husband, Cruz. We have 3 children, Marissa, Miranda, and CJ, Cruz Jr. Cruz is 16, CJ, my son. My daughter Miranda's 21, and my daughter Marissa's 26. And she is married to Isaiah, who is in the military, and they're stationed in Minot, North Dakota. And they have our beautiful grandson, who is going to be 2 in October. And that's where Grand Coco came from. Long story short, over the years, nieces and nephews, my very first niece, Kayla, couldn't say Nicole. So it started Coco. And then all the nieces and nephews called me Coco. And then when I had my grandson, it was Grand Coco. So that's where I got my name. Like I said, I work night shift. I work Sunday through Wednesday, usually 7:30 at night until morning. And I run sleep studies. I love my job. I love working night shift. I know it's a weird thing. My hobbies on the side, love to golf, love to shop, love to cook, and I bringing the cooking now to everybody else. I am very creative in the kitchen, and I can make anything out of anything, and usually it's pretty good. So I am going to probably show some cooking stuff. Well, I say probably, that's definitely what it's going to be. But most of the stuff that I do is keto. I have been on keto again for a few, 2 to 3 years. 3 years. I'm going to have to count the exact time. And I have lost a total of around 113 pounds. But in that 3 years, I had a pause, and I gained a bunch of weight back. I say a pause. It was just a crash and burn, I guess, like everybody does. I shouldn't say everybody does that, but I did. And I gained probably 50 pounds back, so I had to lose that again. And so now I'm at the 113 pound loss mark. And I don't share my weight because I don't think that it matters. It shouldn't matter what somebody weighs. It's just what you're doing to get healthy. So I try not to weigh myself often. I do weigh myself, but I have about 52 pounds left that I need to lose. And I'm hoping this will keep me accountable too, you know, because I'm only human. I fall off the wagon. I mean, I love eating keto. I feel the best when I eat keto. So let me just start there. However, I'm not perfect. There's times where, okay, for instance, last week was a really rough week. My son was in the hospital 2 weeks ago. Then my daughter was in the hospital. Long story short, my son broke up a dog fight. My son got bit by our own dog, and he was in the hospital. 3 days later, my daughter was going to get a ingrown toenail taken out, fainted, busted her head. It was a mess. And then, you know, with all the pandemic in the world, it's not like you could just go in the hospital. So she was there. I couldn't be there. It was a mess because she's overage. So it was just a really bad week. And then because of what happened to my son, our beloved Oreo, our dog, had to be put to sleep. And they quarantined her for 10 days. They allowed us to quarantine her in our home because of everything going on. So we had to put her in the kennel and only let her out to go to the bathroom. She couldn't be around people and other than us. And she couldn't be around her sister. And then they came Thursday and put her down, and it was just a mess. So I will not lie. I did keto most of the time, but I think 1 or 2 days I just ate. I'm an emotional eater. I eat. My husband lost weight because he couldn't eat because he was so nervous and a wreck and all that stuff going on. So life happens. I'm not perfect. Things, it just happens. But I've learned to jump right on the wagon. It used to be years ago, like, well, I cheated today, might as well finish the whole day out and the rest of the week and start on Monday. Well, I don't do that anymore. It's like, okay, I had a bad minute. I, gorged on whatever, and you know what, let's just get our group together and go back, get our mind back in the plan. So anyway, that's the story with that. I love eating keto. I feel the best when I eat keto. If I go off keto, I am sick as a dog. My stomach is all jacked up. I really and truly, of course, I haven't done the really well testing that some people do, but I really and truly believe I have a sugar carbohydrate, sugar intolerance. I really believe I do. Or a sensitivity. Because when I eat it, I am sick. How I ate like that for years, I'll never know. So, okay, well, I think I just saw a car drive up. So I will be back. I'm going to do my thing here and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So I had one show up a little early and they're running to get something to eat and then they'll come back. They're supposed to be here by 8:30 and so they showed up a little early. So anyway, where was I? So with this channel, what I'm going to be doing is sharing what I've learned, I guess, over the last few years doing keto, what I like, what I don't like, what I invest in, what I don't invest in as far as keto products, recipes. I'm going to do a lot of recipes because that's my fun place. I love to cook. I am not a meal prep for the week kind of girl. I like to cook. I literally love to cook. So I much prefer to cook every day than to prep on Sunday and have everything ready for the week. With that said, I love leftovers. So if I make a dinner on Monday and there's a bunch of stuff left over, by all means, I'll eat it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or bring it to lunch or whatever. I do intermittent fasting. So my schedule's a little weird because I work at night. So my dinner is at work. So I usually eat around midnight, 12, 1 o'clock. My breakfast is your dinner. So usually I eat dinner with my family, which is my breakfast. And then I will eat dinner here or lunch at work. And again, between 12 and 1. And then I drink my collagen coffee and water. And I drink a Bang. I drink those Bang drinks at work. And then in the morning when I get done, once in a while, when I go home, I'll eat. But it's not an everyday thing. Usually my 12 or 1 o'clock is my final meal. At 12 midnight, 1 in the morning, I'll eat. Then I drink my collagen coffee and that's it. And then I'll go to bed, sleep, get up, and do my day all over again. I usually get up around 1 p.m. and stay up around 5 or 6. We eat dinner, which is my breakfast, and then come to work and do it again. So my schedule's kind of wonky. So my fasting is from morning until dinner time. So sometimes it might be 12 hours, sometimes it's 16 hours, sometimes it's 18 hours. It just depends on when I stop drinking my coffee and when I eat my breakfast, so to speak, or my dinner, which is, my breakfast is your dinner. So, the other thing is I know keto is a higher fat diet, which I eat my meats, but I buy lean meats. I do eat heavy cream and half and cream cheese and those fattier things, but I don't do a lot of fatty. Like I don't do butter in my coffee. I don't do coconut oil in my coffee. That high fat bomb bulletproof stuff is very unpalatable to me. It works for some people, it just doesn't work for me. So I use a powdered MCT oil, or it comes in my collagen, and that's the way I get my oils in. So, and I'm still losing, I'm still doing fine, and I still feel great. And as long as I'm in ketosis, that's what matters. So I may not be the traditional ketoist. I do stray here and there. I do eat vegetables. They may be higher in carbs, but I love them and I eat them. I do carnivore once in a while where I don't do any veggies all week and I'll just do carnivore and eat meat and cheese and eggs. And I'm an egg lover, so I don't ever get sick of eggs. So that's another thing. I'm a very big coffee drinker, and so I mess with my coffees, and I'll show you a bunch of those on my recipes too. But the whole concept of my channel is going to be my journey, things that I do, things that I like, and share them with you, along with a cocktail most times. Once in a while I might do a a coffee drink or a dessert or something that I make for my kids that's not keto that I'll show you or whatever. But most of the time I'm going to do a keto cocktail. I, again, say that I may not be the traditionalist. I do stray, but it doesn't kick me out of ketosis. So when I mean I stray, I don't stick to, most of the time I stick to Lakanto or Swerve or Stevia, but keto is not supposed to love sucralose, and I live and breathe by skinny syrups. I put those in my coffee, I put those in my alcoholic drinks, because I have to be able to maintain this for the rest of my life. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have an alcoholic drink, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to have my coffee, and if that's how I got to do it, that's how I got to do it, because I don't care. I have tried 6 million times. I do not like black coffee. Just don't like it. I never will, never have, never gonna. It's just not my thing. So even though it's better for me and it's keto, I stray. So if you are a person who is going to be offended by that, I'm sorry. You do you. I'm going to do me, you do you. I'm just going to share what I do and hope that you like it. So with that said, I hope you like my recipes and you like all the fun stuff that we do. And I have to get going because I need to get to work once my patients show up. So I'm going to let you go. This weekend I'm going to try to do some videos and get everything started, and we'll do some cooking and good foods and all that good stuff. And you can venture over to my blog, which is www.grandcocolives, and read on my blog what's been going on and see my recipes that I have posted there. All right, so we shall do this again. Have a good night.